Mr. Shepard, what's going on?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's the word?
So, based off the conversation, it all goes back to something that you said a long time ago. It's just,
You want to be on
black
camera?
culture. Yeah, please.
All right, go ahead. I'm listening.
Damn, that nigga said,
All right,
please.
this goes back to what you said about 2 years ago. Black culture, it's not all that great, man. Right? And you're right. This is the only genre that we created that it ends up with somebody getting seriously hurt. And to answer the question, there's no limits because it's getting worse and worse. I was shocked like 10 years ago, right, when all that drill music came out of Chicago and people were dissing dead homies. So it has progressed from there. It has got even more decadent, man. This whole society, especially our culture, is very degenerates, right? Worse and worse and worse. So my question is, particularly to Anton, is where we at now in terms of black culture? How much money does a man need to make to be able to raise kids, especially black daughters, to shield her from this horrible, toxic, terrible culture that we call black culture? How
I
much
don't
money
think it
do
has
you need to
anything
make?
to do with money.
Nothing, yeah.
I don't think it
Cause
has anything to do.
you got Russell's what you yeah, you're right. I don't think anything
Can,
money.
can y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that it has anything to do with money, bro. Honestly,
What do you mean by shield with money? Like what are you specifically? Cause
Well,
she gotta
well,
go
I
outside.
do
She gotta go
believe.
outside.
And it's not in just black
Well,
culture either.
hmm
so what is it then?
White, no,
Nigga,
I'm
I
just saying,
think
like, white kids listen to the same thing. I grew up in a white household. It's you hear it. It's every.
Are they doing this? Yeah, they are, and it's like I said, society as a whole is getting worse and worse. But I think black culture is a little bit ahead of the schedule, and it was meant to be that way. So I believe the best way to raise your black kids is to shield them, keep them away from black culture as much as you can. So I want to know how much does it what do you need to do? How much money does it cost to keep your kids away
I
from
don't
black
think it
culture?
has anything to. I think that money is a tool, right? But a bad person is a bad person, and it's people with
Facts.
money that devolve into degenerate behavior, and it's people that don't have money that's able to raise a kid in a cultured environment that keeps them busy, right? They keep them busy in church. They keep them busy with extracurricular activities. They become soccer moms and stuff like that. It's really just it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle, and
it's
people that are active and they keep their kids active and they participating in their lives. It's not that kids are not gonna get into stuff or they're not gonna make mistakes. I think it's more or less about what you put into them when they're younger that keeps them when they get older. In particular, like me and
Yeah.
my whole family, we turned out straight, and we didn't grow up with a whole lot of money. It was times where we had got some money and we blew it because we didn't know what the fuck was going on. Well, I wasn't old enough to experience it, but you know what I'm saying? They had got some money and they blew it or whatever, but in a general sense, we was still in the hood. And we was right where we was, and that was just the end of the conversation. But even though we grew up in the hood, we stayed in church. We was, you know what I'm saying? And you still get caught up because the hood is the hood, but at the same time, it was the principles and the ways that we grew up and the fact that you got to have a father in your life and a household with you. I think that makes a bigger difference that influences you, and that stuff stick with you as you get older, bro.
What got me through and over the humps? It was just like real life listening, bro. Listening to the OGs when they talk. Taking some shit that my mama was saying because I couldn't take everything. It was just listening. It didn't cost nothing to be not stupid. My
Yep.
mama say, okay, hey, look at them folks over there. They smoking, right? And then she'll point on down the line. 3 months later, you see they still doing the same stuff.
Yep.
And she'll tell you, listen, smoking weed ain't necessarily bad for you, but if you want to be complacent like that, go do that. That didn't cost $1. That example didn't cost $1. So it's not even being proactive, being in the church, none of that. Like just somebody really sitting there telling you the truth or get you through the shit.
He
I
just
don't
said
think
something.
I don't think that it's
It's
just
funny.
that alone though. I think that you
I
also
don't.
you gotta
About his
see
What
it.
about public schools though? What about
I
sending your
think
kids to public schools?
as it
Isn't that a
I,
risk
I
though
think
in today's time?
I don't think you need to shield your kids away from. I think you need to show them what the fuck it is and see how
Yeah.
horrible it is. Don't hide it from them. Be like, look, this is the fuckery. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Don't hide it from them.
Would you send your
Because at the
kids
end
to
of the
public
day, like, what do
school?
they say? Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he won't depart from it. And
There's some phenomenal public schools. Absolutely, there's some
Really?
phenomenal public schools.
I went to a public school. It was more like lean on me, like East Side High. But the teachers, no, seriously, like that was my high school, bro. Like literally how. But Joe Johnson didn't come in with no big coat turning shit around. Like that's how it was when I came there. That's how it was when I graduated,
Yeah,
bro. You got enough examples to make the choices that you want to make for yourself.
yeah.
Like I knew for a fact I ain't want to be looking over my back every time I fucking looked over. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, maybe I ain't gonna be thugging for the rest of my life. That ain't for me. Let's see what the college route like. You know what I'm saying? So, the examples is in the process itself. I feel like high school, public school, is what really made me.
Really?
Like it had, yeah, hell yeah, it had
man, I
every
see. Out of all my cousins, my dad has 5 siblings, and it's kind of weird that you bring up public school, but like the cousins that are doing the best were the ones that went to private school.
It make a
Like
difference.
dang,
I
great,
went to.
great.
I did both.
Yeah.
I too.
I'm
My
gonna tell
Okay,
you
high
so
about
school was
let me. So
oh
you're
no,
sending your
sorry.
kid to a black public school. Let me just rephrase it like that: a black public school.
absolutely. You know what they
Oh
gonna
no,
learn
fuck
at the black
that.
public school? There ain't no other school gonna
How to
teach.
fight,
No
how to fight,
resiliency,
how to
nigga.
dress.
Resiliency, the ability to bounce back,
No,
bruh. After
Right in
your
a
not
fight.
all not all environments is conducive to K.
not
Like you
I
just
well,
did
I'm
it,
telling you,
Anton. You just did a whole episode of one of the teachers, right? She was a rapper, not just a rapper, but like a stripper rapper, right? So
Yeah, she
like that's
wasn't.
what's
She
happening,
wasn't in a. She wasn't even in Detroit school. She was in a suburban school,
right? And then you got all these
and
teachers sleeping with
they
kids.
fired
So
her
I'm
though.
saying,
Fired her though.
good. At least they got some standards. But I'm just saying, in today's time, especially knowing what you went through at public school, because like I said, I had a bunch of fights at public schools dealing with Negroes, right? I learned how to be resilient with the hands, right? And I know if I was going to a white public school, I would have never even had a third of the fights I had. I learned how to dress
It's
good.
true.
I learned the best slang, right? I learned how to what's superficial. It gets you ready for this culture. That's what public black high schools do. So you saying that's where you want your kids to be dealing with 8 hours a day while you're at work working hard?
my nigga. Think about it. That's what's getting you ready for life. Think
But
about
where
it.
was
Black
your
When you
life,
go
right?
out,
Dysfunctional
when you
black
go,
life.
That's
Okay, I
only
get it.
people
no,
that
no,
didn't
no,
touch
no,
a
not
public
dysfunctional
black
black life.
school. That
Hey, if you go to a workforce, you're gonna have to deal with somebody you won't like. You're gonna have to. I ain't gonna say you're gonna have to get on to a physical altercation, but you got to know how to stand up for yourself. I'm not gonna jock the skills that I learned from a public high school, bro. All
so
black public high school.
where are the white people learning this stuff that aren't going to black schools? Where are they learning that?
What you talking about,
They
brother?
they not.
Well, I'm just,
hold on?
well,
Did you
this
say what?
is it needed?
Dude, no,
Did you say
they
what?
don't need it, but you got to think. Like a lot of them, when shit get hard, do you know what they do?
No,
You
they
know what I'm
don't.
saying?
They don't do that at mass. That's not true. 2K.
No, they
Exactly.
don't
That's
do
not
that at
that's
mass.
not the general
But
situation, brother.
ask yourself, when shit get hard, who grabs the guns and go shoot up all the teenagers at the school?
Black people.
That no,
They sell
no.
drugs and shoot each other, brother.
Yeah. We
Okay,
That's
sell
what
drugs to
happens
shoot
when
each other.
you raised in a black school, brother.
okay. Have any of y'all ever heard of T.C. Williams?
Who's that?
You never heard of Remember the Titans, the movie?
Oh yeah. I have. I heard of it. Yeah.
Oh, that school's here in Virginia. I went to that school for 2 years, and when I tell you, it was mostly white, and they were fighting all the time. They were fighting all the time, and those are white kids in Virginia.
Yeah.
Well,
So those white kids are now selling
there's
drugs. They're pushing that line in their hood and stuff.
So in Virginia, so okay. See, you must not know the DMV area. because the DMV area is everybody. When I say it's everybody, it's everybody. So yeah, you have affluent black people, you have affluent white people, you have affluent Hispanics, and then you have trailer trash, the hood, all of that. So it just depends on where you come from.
That's
I'm gonna
everywhere.
tell you what bro going. Bro trying to put his fucked up experience in high school and how they treated him like a lame into back to the black culture. I know your
Nah.
type. You the type that become a police officer and then try to exert your power. I know niggas like you. You weren't successful in high school and on a public level, like on a sociable level. And then you become a police officer and now you the man and you want to show niggas that. Bruh, you just took the bad from it. It's my nigga, you could have took them same bad experience and turned them into positives, but you chose to look at it bad, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. So you think that's my life? So my thing is, I was probably doing way more stuff than you, and I got caught up. And it wasn't until I became a man I realized these behaviors that I learned early on, growing up in the hood, growing up in these black ghetto public schools. I learned that these things was actually preventing me from being successful in general society, brother. Right? And
No,
it's
you
this
was
type of
preventing
that you
yourself
have because
for
you're judging me
doing it.
based off stuff that actually don't matter, bro.
My
Like you're
nigga,
judging me based off black Negro stuff that don't matter, bro. You a lame it,
you
bro.
keep
What
saying
you
black
lame
Negro.
based
That
off
shit
who is you,
lame.
bro?
My nigga,
Do you got a business that I can work for, bro?
participated in
You
these
got a business
activities.
that you don't hire me? What does it matter? What's your
My
opinion
nigga,
about me being a lame, cuz?
you
What is you talking
participated
about,
in
bro? You
these
don't know me, bro.
activities,
You
nigga.
running your mouth, cuz.
You
Damn,
tried to
man,
be
this
the
is
cool
the
kid.
problem with
You
the
tried to fit
communitized
in.
dudes like this. Judge me
It
based
was
off
you.
stupid stuff, bro.
My nigga, at the end
Call
of
you
the
lame.
day,
I
the
didn't call you
decision
lame, bro.
was yours. The decision was yours. You wanted to be the cool kid trying to fit in and did stupid shit and got caught. I did it too. I ain't get caught, nigga.
Okay, so you
You
judge me for the same thing you did, bro.
I didn't.
You're a
I
hypocrite, bro.
didn't.
You judge me for the same thing you
I'm not a
did.
hypocrite,
Calling you
nigga.
lame
The
because
look
you think
that
you
in my
don't
face.
know me, bro.
I don't blame. Listen, I wouldn't blame
I
my
swear,
experience
black
on
people are
the
so
hood.
judgmental, bro. I swear,
Nah,
I get more insults from the communitized than so-called racist white folks, bro. And I'm not saying white folks ain't racist, but I'm saying this kind of stuff you got to deal with since high school. You acting like we still in high
no,
school,
you
bro.
don't.
Dealing,
I'm
dealing
not in
with
your
dealing with the
neighborhood, nigga.
communitized like you're still in high school forever because they judge you based off stupid stuff, bro. That don't
No,
matter
nigga,
in the real
you let
world.
them judge you off for stupid shit. You let them drug you on them
What?
whack ass clothes you was wearing, nigga. You
I
let
don't
that
understand
shit
what
get
you're
to your
saying with
head.
your country
They
ass,
fuck
nigga.
with you.
But
They fuck with
I'm
you.
about to bounce, bro. Thanks for having
Yeah,
me
you
on
the
Anton.
message
It's
now
Mr.
out. Come
Shepherd,
back and
and
you
I'm
bitch
here
yourself
proving
out, bro.
myself to the nation. Oh yeah, cuz
Yeah,
I'm out.
nigga, yeah, I just read that nigga right there, bro. You chose to protect. You wanted to be cool to the thug niggas, bro. You know you weren't like that. Come on, man. I don't like coming on this show running niggas off. I'm here for a
No,
dialogue,
you
man.
can say whatever you want to say. We ain't, listen. They can handle themselves. They know what they getting themselves into.
That's two people in 2 weeks.
No,
Hey,
it is
bro,
what it is.
The sniping people.
listen. I'm gonna tell you like this is like Mika saying, "Hey, I want to fit in with the cool girl, so I'm gonna go suck dick." That was Mika choice. You wanted to fit in. Stop blaming that shit on your environment. Ask yourself not what the environment can do for you, but ask yourself what you can do to
That's
the
awesome.
environment. Ask that. I guarantee you, I came up in a way better circumstances with him, and I'm way farther in life, and it didn't come because I tried to prove myself to some niggas I ain't have to try to prove it to. Pussy ass nigga, stop blaming that shit on the motherfucking hood, nigga. You the problem. The hood showed you everything it had to offer. The junkie niggas over here, the cool nigga over here getting the money, the hoes, the girl who want a hoe. You chose to be the coolest shit you thought was gonna get you somewhere at the time. And don't put that on the hood, nigga. Put it on you. Accountability. All the way around the fucking board.
What do you think about that, Quentin?
1000% agree, nigga. I would
Man, don't
1000%
agree with
agree.
2K. Don't
Nigga,
agree.
you fucking
2K
have
is a
choices to do
monster.
everything. I
2K
agree.
is a monster. Don't agree with him, man.
I agree with the monster, nigga.
Oh
He
my
chose
god.
wrong, nigga.
You chose.
Bro.
Because man, you can see it in my school because it was like the black people and then the normal black people. Then you got the niggas that was banging on the pop machine in the back home rapping and shit. You know what I mean? And I knew
Um,
that I didn't want to hang with them niggas banging on the pop machine.
So don't go over there with them niggas, bro. They just
Yeah.
seen all the attraction, all the eyes that it came from banging on the machine. I want to be one of them niggas. And that's the problem. You let it influence you to the point that it wants you.
but kids are influential, right?
They
They
are
are.
as fuck, nigga.
They
And that's what's
easily
so
impress
good.
them. So it's really not their fault, though.
That's
They're
like
easy
saying being a
impression.
baby mama ain't a choice,
No,
Anton.
no, no,
It's
no, 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 no. Being a baby mama as an adult is different than being impacted by the environment that you in when you were a child. That's
I
different.
don't get I
I
don't
don't
get
know.
how we can
Enough
look at
daycares in our schools down here.
I don't
We have, so
That's
that's kind of
wild.
like influencing you. They're saying that they want the kids to stay, to stay in school, but it's like, oh well, I can have a baby and it'll be all right.
Anton,
We have
I don't see how you can look at all the good from something but can't look at the bad.
It
Like
wasn't. It wasn't nothing good from the hood.
oh yeah, the hood got plenty good in it.
Like what?
A lot, bro. Cause don't you? That's why everybody come to the hood. It got character.
No,
It's interesting. It's funny. That's why when you used to rap out, you watch all them old BET videos. All of was in the hood. Niggas sitting on the step stool because it was a great place to be.
Never.
But you was worried about how good this weed made you feel, but you ain't want to look at the downside of what it brought with it. I
Nope.
thought both ways.
I
I was
can't think of
poor.
one thing that was good about the hood, bro.
Is you crazy?
Nope.
You
I don't
looking
see it.
at them. You looking at him, Malcolm X, Hood, Detroit Red. That's your guy.
Killed.
Without, yes, he was killed by the government for
Doesn't
doing
matter.
good
But
because he let
he had to be saved. It was the hood is the thing that got him into prison.
my nigga. You couldn't save him if he didn't have if he didn't have the opposite view of what he had.
No,
Look,
no. He was
come
never
he come up
supposed to.
on
We
the
not supposed to be in prison, bro. We never
we
supposed to be
not,
in a point.
but what the hood taught him and what he learned from it, he turned that shit all the way around. Now he got relatability from the folks that were just like him.
I
It's a
don't want to
reason
be.
why
I don't want to be related to by the worst of us.
my nigga, it's a reason why Jesus wasn't linking up with the doctors, the lawyers, the Christians. He went and fucked with all the fucked up people, the
No,
prostitutes.
he fucked with everybody.
He
Every.
fucked with everybody, but who was in his circle?
What do you
Who
mean?
was the
Who was in the
12?
circle?
Who was his disciples? It
It
was
was
the people
whoever.
that
It
was
was who.
fucked up.
No, all of those guys was good people. They wasn't in the hood. They had jobs. They were fishermen. They was actually productive members of society.
Man, Jesus hung around the crooks, the murderers, and the
You got
thieves,
it
man.
misunderstood, bro. Jesus did not just go and get the poor people. That's not what he did. He rolled with
He
everybody.
didn't. He rolled with everybody, but I'm telling you, it don't do no good to be the good guy all the time. Sometimes you got to go in the trenches, and you got to put that work in. Like off of Snowfall,
Mhm.
Leon couldn't have became Leon had he not had the humble upbringing.
2K is crazy, y'all.
I'm
Listen,
no,
not.
This nigga said,
2K
you
is
know, Leon, like
2K
he the
is
one that everybody.
entertaining.
I don't agree with because I can't. I'm not ever going to go live in.
You have a wildly optimistic view about growing up in a less than environment, so I applaud you for that.
I get what he's trying to say, but
I like
I,
you finding the best out of a fucked up situation. I get it. I get it.
No, listen,
Everywhere in
that's
life,
great. Listen, that's great that you always look at the cup as half full.
yeah.
However, I'm not about to act like
I'm,
that shit was awesome. That shit was trash, bro.
I'm not.
But
Not listen,
he learned the
Anton.
lesson.
Just
I'm not.
because
I'm
we
not saying.
just because we survived it and we made the best out of the situation, it's a whole lot of us that died. It's a whole lot of us that didn't make it. It's a whole lot of us
Yeah,
that became crackheads. It's
but
a whole lot of us that got shot. It's a whole lot of us that is fucked up and got PTSD from that shit. More of us failed than survived. And so
but see,
I get it.
that shit is horrible. That junk was the worst thing ever, bro.
you don't want your
Anton,
kids. You don't want your kids to know the hood, right?
Hell no. You
absolutely
see the
not.
house that he raising his kids in?
I see it. I see
Yeah.
it. That's what I'm looking at.
But I
You
had to come from there to know that ain't the place for us to be. I was talking to my son the other day. No, I'm serious. I was talking to my son the other day. He 10 months. I was letting him know where he at right now in life is his motherfucking ceiling. It's his floor. Okay. My son don't understand none I'm saying, but I was letting him know this your floor. You got to pick it up from here and take it to the next level. Where I picked it up from, From the hood, I got it to here. So you got to
Right.
understand, I'm just instilling my wisdom in them.
But you talking about you. You were just saying to him though that you need to go there so you can know what the trenches is like.
No,
It's like,
I ain't telling my son to go back to the hood one time. I said this is his floor. And he don't gotta know about the bottom no more.
We
Because
was
I went through
never
that first.
supposed to be raised in that environment.
We
Okay?
wasn't, but we was. We wasn't, but
It's
we
nothing. It
was.
was nothing good about it, bro.
Bro,
I don't.
I
I'm not
saw
even gonna lie, Anton. I had
I
a beautiful
saw
fucking childhood.
You had a what?
My childhood was beautiful. Outside of poverty, being hungry, fighting a couple times. Bro, I learned so many resilient life lessons. I'm up here with y'all. Y'all
okay, bet.
y'all,
Okay, bet. Let's mine
No,
this out. What'd you learn? Like, what are some lessons you learned in the hood?
I learned not to do. I learned how to first evaluate people. I learned, okay, don't fuck them. I see what he's saying, but I see what he's doing. I got a real fix on people.
You do know that you can
What?
learn that plenty of people learn that don't ever be in the hood, right?
But there's plenty of people that don't.
But you don't
How
need
many of
the
these
hood
people?
to teach you that.
I didn't need the hood for this, but the hood was there and it provided me the lesson. What I'm gonna just turn it down because it's the hood version of it?
but you're a person that was able to take your environment and put it to good use. That doesn't mean that
Yeah,
that place is necessary though.
but it
2K
don't
is
mean that
crazy,
they
y'all.
can't. It don't mean that they can't neither.
You were
2K
just
Y'all
is
be
able
crazy,
blaming the
but he's
hood.
necessary in order to deal with these hyenas. He
Cause
is.
like I'm
This shit is
telling you, like
horrible, bro. I remember. You know what I remember? I remember Ray Vans and crackheads jumping out of my window and
In the
fucking
hood?
hell yeah. I remember we was coming home from like a family gathering over a relative's house. And my dad was like, "Wait a minute, what is something moving in the backyard?" He went back there, and the crackhead jumped out of the window from trying to break in our crib, bro. Like
fact.
I remember, I remember fucking dope fiends across the street. I remember a lot of bad shit, bro. Like I remember the Ray Vans would pull up, and that junk was that became a norm, but we just normalized it. And then when you think back on it, when you become an adult, like, what the fuck, man? We wasn't supposed to be seeing that shit. That junk wasn't cool.
Man, that shit helped mold you.
No, it didn't.
Yo, cuz Anton, listen,
I
all
had
this
to I
shit
had to
mold you.
unlearn all of that bullshit, bro. That I was so
Listen,
thankful. I was so thankful that my father had sent me to private school for 2 years, and then I wound up getting recruited to go to public school. But it was a really really good public school in the city, and I transferred over to there when I in ninth grade before before the season started in high school, and then I wound up just going there or whatever. But I had already learned a lesson. I learned in private school that all of the shit that we experienced was bullshit, bro. It was all fucked up, and I didn't
it was
see it. I didn't see it until I got unlocked by being able to experience all of the stuff that they was doing. And what I realized as soon as I got on campus, because I was going to UAD Jesuit, and what I realized when I got on campus was like, damn, good is
you
good
didn't
and
need
bad
that.
is bad. Because we used to celebrate, you know what I'm saying, the people that was bad in class, or the motherfucker that was disrupting, or all of that shit. But they look down on that like, fuck, what are you doing, man? You're interrupting what we got going on here. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
I
problem in
seen them
itself.
pulling up in BMWs and they parents, man, in middle school, bro, because there was a middle school and a high school attached, and it was, you know what I'm saying, it was like a campus, and they were talking about their futures, and they was talking about the possibilities, and man, look, bro, I'm gonna tell you, one time that it changed my life. First of all, we had to wear a tie, and we had to wear slacks, and every day, and you had to wear a collared shirt, and I had to learn how to tie a tie. I went to a party. It was at this girl's house. And I guess her father wound up being like this big, 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 like big businessman in the city. I don't want to name his name. And we went to her parents' house when they wasn't there. Man, I had never. Everybody was partying and having a good time or whatever, and it was with a bunch of white people or whatever. I couldn't party because I was so fucking mind fucked over how big that house was. I had
Yeah.
never been in a house that big in my. Bro, that house was insane. It was like fucking 12 bedrooms and 16 bathrooms, and it was so many different places, and the place was so huge. Man, that shit. I was like, yo, it's another world out here. I'm not supposed to,
Anton,
and then I had to go back to the hood, and you don't realize how small your house is until you see how big it is when somebody else is. And I was like, bro, this
facts.
this is insane. We ain't even supposed to be living like this. And then I started changing my whole mindset about life, going from there, bro.
That shit motivated you. Think about how many folks
The
that was
hood
at
didn't
that party that
motivate
was
me.
out.
The
Hold on,
opportunity
think about how
motivated
many folks that was at that party that seen the same house that had a house similar who didn't take that time out to
me. What do you mean? All of
appreciate
them
that
niggas
goal.
all of them is successful.
Hold
All
up
of them
now.
is successful. Everybody that
That-
was at that house with me, they went on to become doctors and fucking businessmen. They running whole corporations that they fathers and them
and,
grew up
and,
for 'em.
and you are too. And guess what? Guess where your humble beginnings was from?
Man, listen, bro.
The hood. It just took you to change your view so you could change your view. That's it, bro. But the
Listen.
hood, the
But it don't
hood helped play
do
the hood helped play a pivotal part in your life because you know what you seen in the hood, you ain't want
What
forever.
I found in life was you the anomaly, right? And the reason that you're the anomaly is because everybody that I've ever known that was in the hood, the goal was to make it out of it. We never wanted to stay there. We never wanted to be. That's how I know a lot of people. I look at a lame as a person that wants to go to the hood that ain't never been there. Because I'm like, family, I know you not from the hood because the goal was to never be in the hood. The whole goal was to get the fuck up out of there. We wasn't trying to stay there. We didn't want to be subjected to that stuff. And so when you finally made it, like that was like life. That's like a life or death situation. And when I seen people voluntarily trying to be hood, that's why when people say shit like, oh man, Anton, you corny, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm corny. I love being a nerd and all of that shit. Because the goal was to be a nerd. The goal was to make it out. The goal was to get out by any means necessary. You never gonna shame me for making it out of the hood. Ever.
You
I think
couldn't
Ever. Never. I take that lame shit all day long. If that come with being able to raise my daughter in environments where she never ever gonna be able to subject herself to some of the shit that we seen women and girls having to be subjected to over there, I'm with it, bro. You couldn't even walk down 3 blocks without you fucking having to run into a pit bull. Man, fuck that, bro. You can have that
but
Yeah,
hood.
then
no, listen, I get it.
the
Fuck it. I'm with you. Fuck it.
kids
But
though.
goddamn me, I can't put all the detriments of my life because I started from the fucking hood, bro. I have learned more good shit from the hood than I have learned. The only thing I ever learned from fucking with these white folks and these corporate America folks, they dirty. They fuck you over in conniving ways. That's why I can't like the corporate America shit. Like I got a degree in everything, bro. I tried to do that corporate America shit. These motherfuckers just sneak and talk to you
It's the same. It's the
behind your
same.
back.
2K,
It's
2K.
the
If
same
you can do
thing.
all that stuff in the hood, you can do the stuff in corporate America. You can just do it legally.
Facts. I hated
But
corporate
but
America. Man, the
but
folks so shady.
but here's the thing: are there not sneaky people in the hood? Are there not
Yes,
shady
they are.
people in
Man, I could
Yeah.
probably say this. White people's besides Anton, like white people's done like the most for me in my whole life growing up. Like I worked at the front desk of this fucking bougie ass fucking gym right in the middle of white people. And most things that I have from life came from them white people, seeing that black dude who smiled at them every fucking day when they came in that damn gym, and they gave me an opportunity, and it was all up from there, man.
It's all about what you want to do with that, bro. Cause I was the quote unquote class clown.
Me
And
too.
the only thing about it was I didn't fit the motherfucking curriculum that they was teaching. I didn't want to go to job. I didn't want to get a 9 to 5 job. Like you telling me to stop talking instead of knowing that me socializing is my greatest strength.
You
Like,
crazy
no,
though.
serious.
Like I
No,
said,
I'm
bro, you
serious.
crazy. You the anomaly.
Like,
That don't
but
apply to
think
you.
I'm not. I'm just the dude that didn't give up. Think about how many folks power was talking, but every time you talking, the teacher telling you to shut up.
Bro,
I
I
don't give
went
a
to a
fuck about
hood.
no
Like you would
math.
never think this looking at me, but I was in the hood from kindergarten all the way to the fucking ninth grade. I only did high school with the white folks. And the drastic amount of black people in the hood and where the fuck they are right now, and the people that I graduated thing is different, man. Like them niggas is dead. Nigga, they still hanging out where the fuck we came from. Nigga, I see them and
Yeah,
I'll be like, damn, nigga, that's
I
not what I
seen people
remember.
that I went to school with. Well,
That shit make me sad, bro.
yeah, I seen a lot of people die, bro.
Cause they was
But
like,
but
they was
think
good people.
y'all think
I
about it,
seen too
man.
many young dudes that I grew up with, man, die.
Now I
Literally
get it.
get killed, bro.
Me too. I
Like,
trust me,
dude,
bro. I
I'll
know.
be sitting in my bed at night and I just like, let me see where these niggas is that I went to elementary school with. I was like, nigga, I can't find them on Facebook, so they probably either in jail or dead.
Nah,
Nah, nigga, that's stupid as hell to think, bro.
No,
nah,
I know.
actually,
it
most
could
of them
be.
are.
Cause okay, so time out. So I when I was in the army,
Mhm.
I was in infantry. So if you know anything about the infantry, that's some shit niggas don't do. I don't know why I thought I was gonna be on a cover of Call of Duty or some shit. So I'm in here with number white boys. You will never guess how many white boys was getting kicked out for doing cocaine, crystal meth, and crack per week. They just
Yep.
wasn't highlighting it.
That y'all didn't get recycled in the
Yeah,
army. They sent you back some
but
weeks.
see, I
I
don't
ain't getting recycled. I got two straight too.
too
I'm
bad
talking
for
about that they
them.
did that in the army too. I was in the Air
Just
Force.
because they fucked up in their own way, don't mean that I then justify how we fucked up over here. Like this, they both fucked up, and we not
They
neither one
both
of us
fucked
is
up.
supposed to be in that shit,
Listen,
bro.
y'all be telling about black people selling the drugs, but we don't never talk about the white folks who be buying them.
Dude,
They just come back to a
two
nice
things
house
could
and
be true
smoke.
at the same time. But my point is, bro, just because they fucked up does not mean that we were supposed to be subjected to that junk, bro.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
I
believe
agree.
it.
I
And
agree.
2K, I think the difference
Anton,
is, I think the difference is, white people call it out, right? So like
do they?
my family would be like, they see something, they be like, oh, that's white trash, right? And I would see black people hear it, and they would be like, oh, that is so wrong to say that,
Okay.
right? Black people don't ever separate themselves
Yeah,
from
hey,
the
now
word.
I agree with you. I agree with you because
That's true.
listen, this what I hate us at because like let's say if I gave Anton 20,000 because he my friend. All right, he was doing bad. Here you go 20,000, and Anton run off on me and say you got finesse. The black people are scold me
Facts.
as they'll scold me for giving my friend 20,000 instead of scolding him for stealing it.
Facts.
That's the type of bullshit they promote in the hood that I just hate.
I
Like
agree.
the nigga, that's the type of shit that make me turn my back on the hood sometimes. Like y'all fucking stupid. Y'all telling the motherfucker that's doing right and trying to help that he wrong for helping the motherfucker that just finessed them.